All right. Well, hi, everyone. Hello. Okay. So let me start off with some announcements. Actually, the first announcement I'm going to share is something that I know I didn't really share when we were talking about good things, but Brianna and I met today, and Brianna is now going to be officially my unit manager. So Brianna is going to be helping me assist my unit, which I'm excited about. So in case you get information from Brianna or get a phone call or whatever, like she's going to be working a little bit for me in addition to filling it as a sales director. So I'm excited. It's going to be a great partnership. So yeah. Anyways, I'm really excited about that because my assistant moved away and left me. So it's praying a lot. Actually, she's moved away at the end of this month. And so, and Brianna and I talked about it, and I think it's going to be great. It's going to be perfect. So we kind of like each other. An excuse for us to hang out more. Okay, so announcements. There are 6 weeks left in our seminar year. Woo! Woo! Does that give anybody anxiety? Woo! We got 6 weeks to finish. I know, it's good. It's good. Nervousness and excitement all go together. It's a beautiful thing. So, so we have 6 weeks to finish your year-long seminar goal. So, and if you're anyone in the room want to earn that cruise? Yeah. And I know 6 months ago or 5 months ago, it's easy to say, oh yeah, I want to do that. And now that there's 6 weeks left, it's like, oh gosh, I really got to get in that gear and make a decision whether I'm going to do it or not. And so the next 6 weeks are critical if you do want to earn that cruise. Anybody can earn it. You literally know it's a decision, just like everything else in this business. And so our goal is to finish another $1 million year, and we've got a ways to go, but I believe we can totally do it, right? Yes. We can. And so our goal this month is to do 50,000 wholesale, and when we hit 50,000, so every single order counts. When we hit 50,000 or 125 orders, I'm going to give away $300. Okay. And then I'm giving other free things too. I got to remember what they all are, but I know I'm giving away foundation brushes and your foundation of your choice, I think at the 800 level, and then a free massage. Can anyone use a massage? Yeah. Anyone can use a massage. For anyone who orders 1,000 wholesale or more this month. So, and then of course you get to relax because you're going to be working to make some sales, right? And then of course the $600 jewelry. I know you just said you earned it. Woo! Has anyone else here tonight earned it? Anyone? Yes, not yet. But did you earn it, Jeff? Not yet, but we're going to. So when you order 600 wholesale, you earn the key jewelry. And there's just this month and the next month to earn the key jewelry. So then they're stopping that program. So I'm going to be sure to earn those. Okay, the foundation challenge. I know Dina brought that up. And she said it's a great booking tool. Have you guys know what I'm talking about? The foundation face challenge.
It's the Dirty 30 one.
The Dirty 30. Yes, they can earn. Well, your customers can earn a trip to, that one. No, your customers can earn a trip to, what did we say it was? Malibu, Mountain, Santa Monica, and $1,000 shopping spree just for being someone who'll get together with you and try the new foundations and find the color of their choice. So, are you using that to book people?
Yes.
Dina is. So everyone else, I would love to have you use it to book people, because literally just say, hey, I would love to get your opinion. Could you be interested in earning a trip to Santa Monica, California? I don't think anybody will tell you that.
I love that. Have you ever been to California?
I have.
Lived there for 35
years.
Yes. Go together.
Yes. Ooh.
Because you're either going to get the no out of the way.
Right.
And they've never been to California. Great. I got the opportunity. Or yes. Good. You want to go back?
Yeah.
With me? Let's go.
Let's go. Let's have a vacation. That's good.
I like the way you say that. I've actually been thinking, that'd be awesome to win, so that I could go back on Mary Kay's dime. But I like the way you phrase that. Yeah.
She's so smart.
Yeah.
So smart. Mm-hmm. So there's that. The Dirty 30. Why don't you tell them about that? What is that, Brianna? The Dirty 30 Faces Challenge.
Oh, look, it's snowing. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
It won't stick. It's so you do 30 faces. You do 30 faces, and you do 30 faces, and you're going to get your foundations of your choice as the demos. And then let's see what else. Seminar registration for seminars opening up. Woo! Who's going to seminar? I know we just got our ticket last night.
This unit and my unit has earned the earrings and the necklace the previous 2 years. We are not about to not get the matching bracelet. So
there's a bracelet.
There's a bracelet.
Now there's a bracelet.
So all seminar.
Because it's about the bracelet. Yeah, so that's the bracelet. So they probably don't have a clue what that means. What does that mean, Brianna? The bracelet, the necklace, the earrings. What does that mean?
When we have a certain number of people that register, so 2 more than we had registered the year before, we get the bracelet that matches the registration challenge from the previous years. But in all actuality, like you really want to be at seminar for way more than the bracelet. Like we've talked about that plenty, and the video about seminar is just focus in front of you. The video about seminar is on Candace's page, is on InTouch, and there's no words to explain it. You just have to be there.
Be there, absolutely. Okay, last couple announcements. Anyone who goes on tour for their car this month is going to earn the color organizer, insulated color organizer. Woo! Want it? Want it? You want it? You want it? That thing's amazing.
You may not
You
believe
want it?
it's
You
going
want
to
it?
get warm this summer, but it
Yeah,
will,
I
and
know.
we'll
One of
want
these
that
days
in your
it'll
car.
get warm. One day. One day. Oh, I think the last 2 announcements are this no one knows about because I haven't picked a date. But I've been asked by 3 people in the last couple days to do another peek into pink. So I think it's time to do a peek into pink. And some of you don't even know what that even is because you haven't been in since I've done them. And basically it's going to be a live marketing thing. I'll put out all the details. I haven't picked whether it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday. And so basically what it is I'll create a group and you can invite people to this group. And basically, they'll just hear me talk. I think I'm going to talk a little about the products too. Like I think made up the new foundation and stuff, and then about the marketing plan. So it's a great reason to ask people to just listen. I'm sure I'll do some kind of drawing, and so be looking for that on Facebook. I'll send a text out about it. I haven't quite decided whether I'm going to do Wednesday or Thursday, but basically, you want to add people to the group. And then you're going to add people to the group, and then they listen and they comment underneath the video. And then once they comment, I message them or your director message them and follows up with them, get their feedback. So it's just a marketing blitz, pretty much.
And don't add them to the group until they've agreed.
Well, you can add them, but then they have to agree anyway. So
Oh,
yeah,
well, that's different than the
yeah,
one we did before.
all the groups are that way now. You have to approve it. Yeah.
All right, never
And
mind.
approve it. Anyways, so there's that. And then the other announcement that I think you guys may know is next week is Memorial Day, so we're not having our meeting. So enjoy your Memorial Day with your family. And we will meet 2 weeks from now. No, we're just not meeting on Memorial Day. All right. So now Pam is gonna come on down and do Mary Kay Heritage. Yes, you gotta go here. They gotta hear you. They gotta hear it. Let's give Pam a round. Pam. Woo!
Oh, we had clappers tonight.
Yeah. Oh, we have clappers tonight.
They're there.
You're clapping.
Yeah, everybody listen. It's important. Work will win where wishing won't. There is an old saying, he who only hopes is hopeless. Or to put it another way, your dreams will come true only if they have substance underscored by work. Once you have your dream of success and have determined exactly what it is you really want, plan your work and work your plan. Whatever your dream is high, aim high.
Aim high. Aim high.
Aim high. The ladder of your dreams will take you as high as you want to go, but you must be willing to take the tough climb to reach the high rungs on that ladder. The real champions are the ones who vigorously act on their dreams and really work toward their goal. Thomas Edison once says that the genius is 2% inspiration and 98% perspiration. However, work to a winner is never drudgery. Your enthusiasm for what you are doing will propel you forward. Organize your time by the priority system. Sort out the daily tasks that must be done, delegating those tasks that do not necessarily require your personal attention. Focus on those things which are important to you. Life is not a gamble or a game of chance. Your thoughts and your actions control your destiny. You create your own circumstances. Set your goal and do something about it every day. Don't make the best that I can your objective. This gives you an open door for excuses. Tell someone about your goal, commit yourself so that you will be ashamed to fall short. Have a plan of action that keeps you on target every day. Put your own special talents to work today and work as if everything depended on you and pray as if everything depended on God.
Amen.
Then you'll find it's really true that work will win where wishing won't.
Woo! Yeah. Amen. Woo! All right, you two want to scoot over? Now, Brianna and Dina are going to take over and train us tonight.
Oh,
So,
I'm just gonna let Dina
scoot over. Or, yeah, well, yeah.
It's fine, we can do this.
Yeah, you're good. I just think it work better. There you go. There you go. And do you want to talk real quick about the ordering app?
Yes.
Go for it.
So who got their email today? The ordering app is available.
Yes.
Yes. Look at that.
And I was like, ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, that was really my big what I wanted to say because it's actually really, really easy. I was going to show you guys on my phone, but I have an iPhone, so I have to go through the little thing that it said in the email, and I did not have time to do that before I came here. But it's so simple because I saw it on Kanisha's phone this morning, and it's so simple. You can look things up by product ID number. You can look things up like by picture product, and it will store your order just like it does on InTouch for you, so that you can order whenever you want. You can start adding things, and it'll save it on there, and then you're ready. So that was my big thing. Like, make your life easy. You have My Customers on your phone. You have all these other apps that Mary Kay has created for you. One of my biggest pieces of advice is create a Mary Kay folder that has like all your little, oh, hey, there's a glare. Anyways, create a folder that has all your Mary Kay stuff in it so that when you're working, you're not distracted by your other stuff. So anyways, download the app.
Yeah.
It's great. I was playing with it this morning on Kanisha's phone, and then my phone won't do it. So, but there is a tutorial. Like, if you have an iPhone that won't do it, it's the newer iPhones that won't download it. And so all you have to do is there's a link in the email that tells you exactly how to go through it to get it on your iPhone.
Talk about the tens.
I don't know. I have an XR, and
I have a 10XR.
yeah. So you'll be the same as me. So go to your. Well, it will. You just have to go through a little tutorial. So I'll do it tonight, and then I'll make a Voxer message about it tomorrow once I do it.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. Let's start, ladies.
Okay,
Hey.
so our topic for tonight is booking and hostess plan, and I know some people are a little bit freaked out about booking because you want to figure out how do you start booking. And so I kind of prayed about it a little bit and asked God to kind of show me like booking basics. And so I wanted to start by, of course, you're going to start with your inner circle, the people that you know, the people that you love, your friends and family. Okay, and then you're going to step out of that to your middle circle of influence. So like people at your church, people that you see at Starbucks all the time. Like if you see a pretty girl at the grocery store, start talking to her, building a relationship, and then use this trip to California as an excuse to talk to her more. So then when you're done with that circle of influence and those inner circles, you have to step out of that. And that's where you get your new circle of influence, which are where your lead generating activities that you're doing. Booths, restaurants, lead boxes. Let's see what else we got. Referrals.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when, I had a bunch of names that I didn't really call. I wasn't getting bookings. Why
You
wasn't I?
mean they don't
Thank
magically
you.
appear on your
What?
Thank you.
You actually have to call them?
Yes, and you actually have to call them. And what I like to do when I meet somebody is I like to shoot them a text and say, hey, it was so amazing to meet you today. Like if I meet them at the dog park. I loved you and your little cute dog. I would love to give you details about a little bit more about Mary Kay. How do you prefer to talk, text or a phone call? And I do that within first 24 hours or even 12. The closer you contact that person, the better you're going to be for them to start building a relationship with you and talking to you. Candace a long time ago had given out some information about that it's like 80% of sales or whatever connections happen after your 8th attempt.
Yeah.
And so 21-day booking challenge, you guys can look it up, and thank you for printing those off because I got some too, but this really changed my business, and so she has some and I have some. They're a little bit different. It's 10 calls a day for 5 days will radically change your business. So what I've been doing lately is getting together with somebody that will hold you accountable and just making phone calls. So if you don't have people to contact, look on your Facebook. If you don't have people to call, you better get some numbers. Because your business is about relationships and it's going to grow when you start getting out of your comfort zone. And lately I've been listening to a lot of like Mary Kay director speeches, and Gloria Mayfield Banks had a speech that I kind of copied and used for a prayer meeting, that she said the 3 C's to success is you work on your courage so that you get your confidence to have the choices. So when you get that courage, and that's what you're always going to be working on, is your courage, because it takes how many seconds of insane courage?
Like 10, 2
seconds of insane courage to make a move.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, like I always beat myself up if I see somebody that's beautiful or if I see somebody that's a mom and I don't get that courage and talk to them, I think to myself, oh my gosh, she could have been the next like top director. Like how selfish of me not to bring it to her. And so, booking is really not about you. It's really about the people that you're going to connect with. And so that's why I wanted you to think about it, your circle of influence, because that's where we should be reaching out first, but then we have to branch out of that. And so, yes, you have to make phone calls. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. Because like when you have a challenge, like if you say, hey, I'm not going to stop until I get 3 bookings, once you get that first one, you're like, who else can I call? Hey.
Right.
And then, the more that you do it, the easier it's going to become. And you don't have to overthink it. Like I used to say, I need a script. Text me a script.
Do you remember the first time that you did bookings in front of me?
About beating myself. Oh my gosh. If you can like do booking, if you can make phone calls in front of somebody, like she gave me a beautiful tip because I have that kind of dominating voice. It's like, hey.
No.
So now when I'm like making booking calls, I put my visor down. So I make sure I'm smiling on the phone because that's what Brianna said was I need to smile, so it changes my tone into kind of a happier presence. So, but once you can,
because we can see, like when she's talking, like you guys can see, you can hear her voice change. If you close your eyes, you can tell when she's smiling and when she's not. And you guys all know her, and you know her heart, and you know that she loves you, and you know that when she gets that serious tone, it's because she loves you. So when it's somebody you don't know on the phone, you have to smile the whole time. The whole time. Like you are, I mean, like, come here 2-year-old, I'm giving you candy. Like,
and then when you're smiling, it makes it that much easier if they don't say yes. And when Sherry said, I've really been using this a lot lately, if you have one day of the week that would be favorable for you to get together, what day would that be? Let me get you penciled in so we can hold that spot. And if you can't hold that spot, then that's fine, because trust me, somebody else is going to want that spot. But let's get it penciled in so that you can have it if you want it. And not letting these bookings slip through your fingers with just a no. And I did bring some booking objectives if anybody wants to look at them, but I think
objections, yeah.
I mean, what did I say? Objectives. Objections. Thank you.
Let them know the big ones, though.
I'm too busy.
who's heard that they're too busy?
What do you say?
I understand, I'm really busy too, so I can appreciate that. So it may take an hour or so to find your special need and preferences, but after that, I can save you an enormous amount of time. You'll never need to go to the mall again. What? You will never need to go shopping for cosmetics again? Yes, I can save you money too. I know you probably like to save money. Which would be better for you, evenings or weekends? I always like to say evenings or weekends because most people have jobs. And so kind of narrow it down from there. But
I always say, honestly, because for me, who I work during the day, like I work my Mary Kay business during the day, and so I always ask, do you prefer a weekday or a weekend? And then if they say weekday, then I can say, okay, great. Did you want afternoon or evening? And if they say weekends, well, that's already, if I say evening or weekend, it's already, you know, taken care of in that. So because I have the option of working during the day, I always say, would it be better for you to do a weekday or a weekend? Because even as people that work during the week, like 8 to 5, and they have weekends, like my weekends are crazy. Like I have very few Mary Kay appointments on my weekends during soccer season. And so for people that work 8 to 5 and have kids in sports and things like that, their weekends are the same as mine. So for them, a weekday evening is easier. And so that's why I do weekday or weekend, and it keeps the conversation going.
I say
It's more
nights or weekends. Because
Right.
That's when I have time.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. For when you
I
have
just
time.
always give them 2 options, always.
So I just wrote on here to not give up. One of my biggest, when I sold my first I Want It All, You Want It All
Everything.
collection, a Queen of Everything collection, I had probably made 10 attempts to this woman, and she was a Lyft driver and worked all these jobs, and it probably had been 6 weeks, and she called me. And we have been praying about that for women to start calling us. But because I had made so many attempts, she didn't forget about me. And whoever says it, wherever it came from, is the truth. It's our business, but it's their convenience. Our business is their convenience. To always remember that
Well,
when
it's
they're
their pleasure. It's their
Yes.
luxury.
and when they're not answering it, don't take it personally. It might be because they're busy or they forgot or whatever. And so really making multiple attempts and saying passionately persistent. Thank you.
Not pushy.
And acknowledging that they're busy. When you're leaving them the second message, I know Frankie is so good at making booking calls, you guys. She is diligent
She's
at
killer.
making booking calls. And, sometimes their schedules don't line up with ours, and it can be frustrating. The one thing to remember about bookings is that literally only 1 in 10 of your leads are going to book an appointment. 1 in 10. Okay, so that's not, and that is a company-wide average. That's not just a number I'm spitting out. Like that's a company has taken surveys and whatnot. Okay, so if 1 in 10 are booking and you're calling 10 people a day for 5 days, at the end of that, theoretically, you'll have 5 bookings. Now, does that mean tomorrow when you make 10 calls, you're going to get a booking? No.
Might get 3.
Does it mean that you're going, like, here's the other big thing that I want you guys to grasp is 1 out of 10 people book, not 1 out of 10 calls book. Does that make sense? You might have to call that person that 5th to 12th attempt to make that booking. Okay, but it's that person. 1 out of 10 people book, not 1 out of 10 calls book.
And I would also encourage you, if you have people that have rescheduled or weren't able, don't give up on them. Because, the more that you're in front of them and say, hey, I understand, let's try this again. I mean, I had a lady that she didn't even cancel on me. I drove all the way up north and she's like, oh my God, I had an emergency dentist appointment. I'm so sorry. And she rescheduled 2 times after that. And then I got a customer for life. Don't give up on those ones and taking it personal
How
out of
many
it.
times did I no-show for
Oh,
Christina?
lots of times.
I think I no-showed like 5 times for Christina. So like you guys, that had a tiny to do with my bad perception of Mary Kay. But that mostly had to do with I forgot. It was not my priority. It wasn't my business. It was something that I was doing for me. And as a mom of a 4-year-old at the time, I didn't do anything for me, let alone remember to do something for me. So it's not always malicious that they don't call you back or they don't respond to you. It's not always malicious. I always tell a story too that there was a friend of mine that got hung up on when we were making calls together, and the lady called back the next day, and her daughter had fallen off the back of the couch, her 1-year-old, so she dropped the phone, hung up on my friend, and long story short, less than a month later, she came in with a full store. it had nothing to do with my friend or Mary Kay. And we can so easily think when we're making bookings, we can so easily think that it's negative. But if we go into it with the understanding that 1 out of 10 people book, then we don't have to be disappointed. Numbers never lie.
So I brought another. If you need another sheet, this I think is fun for people who like to fill stuff out, other than just name and what time you called. So if you guys want these, I think that's cute to hang up in your office or maybe carry
Explain
around
that
with
thing,
you.
because that thing is powerful if you use
So
it.
basically, I'm not sure.
Like, we have one of them that we
Yeah.
can show people online. Explain,
Can you
how
press
this
on the
works.
So I can read you what you do with it.
Yeah.
So this is our.
Oh, you want me to hold it in front of the camera?
Yeah, just
Got
hold it so they
Got
can
it.
see
So
it.
it's a bubble booking sheet. So you make a dash across if you made an attempt via phone, text, or you left a message. I would tell you, almost 2 years, they'll tell you the same thing. Call somebody.
Yeah.
Because they're going to say, is everything okay? Why are you calling me?
Right.
Oh, hey, I just wanted to hear your voice. And most people aren't going to answer anyway, so you get really good at leaving messages. And something I learned in business etiquette is make sure you say who you are, repeat your number twice, and say your name again, and make sure you acknowledge who they are. Hey, Stacy, this is Dina with Mary Kay. I got great news. Call me back, 619-381-8030. Again, 619-381-8030. Can't wait to talk, Katie. Hope you're doing well, or whatever her name is. Don't call her 2 different names. Okay?
Yeah.
But anyway, so you acknowledge who she is and repeat your number, and then you send her a text after that. Yeah. And so the no response at all, received a response.
I don't know.
No response at all or received a response and no booking. Then you cross them out. Received a response and booked an appointment, you get to color it in.
Okay, so I'm gonna change that. No response at all or received or recorded. Okay, so here's how I do it. This is just very easy for me. If I call you, you get a slash. If I text you, you get a slash. Everything goes it's this way up on the sheet, the slash, okay? The X is when I have made contact with you, but you have not made a booking. So if I text you and you text me back, but we don't have an appointment on the book, you're an X. If we have an appointment on the book, you are a colored in circle.
So you're gonna go back to the X's.
Oh, you go back to the X's and the slashes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just helps you track your activity, and it's been proven that, usually on one of these sheets you get 3-5 bookings. Like you'll know your numbers, which is really important. Then
36. And that is so good because like we said, those are company averages that we're giving you guys. Your personal averages could be different. And
as you build your confidence.
Yeah, as you build your confidence, as you build your circle, as you build your reputation among these referrals that you're getting, because everybody's connected. Like, you'd be so surprised how many people know each other. And as you build your confidence and your reputation, they're talking you up, which means their friend is going to probably book with you easier than the first friend. Does that make sense? I was going to say something else about bookings.
Oh, I just wanted to share something really cool. Speaking of bookings,
You do that while
I did the Chili Fest, which, by the way, can I get in on the Chili Fest again?
Yeah.
Saturday evening? Amen. All right.
When it comes up,
I'm
I'll
just, okay.
send it
If
out.
you guys can get at events, get to events. Okay.
Yeah.
So I did it was like my first party where I made like real money. Like it was over a $500 party. And then, everybody got on skincare and I had customers. And so I should have shared this in the beginning of the meeting, but I have to share now. Like, she's down in Pueblo, so I don't get to see her as much as I want to, but I go down when I can and she orders what she needs. And she had reached out to me and it just melted my heart about like what this business is really about. This woman she can't have kids. She has a stepdaughter who's like 17 and she gets to adopt her brother's brand new baby. And so she's having a welcome baby party and wants me to come and pamper the women. And I just felt so humbled and honored that she would think about me to invite me to that event in her life. And so that was just a beautiful thing. And I was just like, first of all, I know her story, so I could acknowledge the fact that I know that this is her dream come true.
Right.
And the fact that I could say, oh my gosh, I know that you have to be like, and girl, for your heart to say yes to do this is amazing. And, you know, thank you for allowing me to share in this joy. And if I make a dang stupid sale, I'm not really there for that day. But if I make, you know, I didn't mean stupid sale, but if I make a sale, you know, but I'm there to be in that life of it. And so I just, that was a good thing that happened to me.
That's
But
beautiful though. You get to do life with these people.
it was off of a 5-second interaction at the Chili Fest. And but what did I do? I reached out after that. And so it was just, and I think that sometimes we get intimidated by attempts and what to say and if we're bothering them. And we need to set all that aside. Because now I get to share in this life of it with this woman. So
Do you have your objection?
They're on In Touch actually.
They are on.
Wait, the
In
ones
Touch.
you passed, did she pass them out?
She
No, she didn't pass them
Oh,
out.
she just had
I can
some.
tell you
They're on In Touch too.
Three-
They're really,
three words to remember. You feel what they're going through, whatever it is. Feel, felt, and found.
Yeah.
I found that working moms need to be pampered too. Trust me, I'm a working mom. I know how it feels to not be able to take care of ourselves. Can you find 30 minutes or an hour in your day? I can even come on your lunch break. You always got to say great, and then you got to let them know how you feel, what they're
That
going
you felt
through.
that way too.
That you felt that way, or that you find this in
And this
some.
is what I found. So I feel what you're saying. I felt that way too. And then here's what I found. Yeah.
Feel, felt, that.
Yeah, feel, felt,
They're
found.
there.
I mean, I can email too, TK, but yeah, it's more about just connecting with them and listening. And I believe that when you have a big goal, no matter what objection they give you, go back to that. For example, 30 faces. I always give new consultants the goal of doing 30 faces. And this month you have a goal of doing 30 faces to earn your foundations and to get, a trip, to win a trip to California. That whatever objection they give you, if you go back to that, it works. So for example, I'm too busy. It doesn't take much time. And if there's any way that we can just squeeze it in, you can help me with my 30 faces, it'd be awesome. I don't have any money.
To help each other out.
I don't have any money. Oh, it's totally fine. I just need to do my 30 faces and I'd love to have you just be a face for me. Oh, I hate Mary Kay. Oh, okay. Well, it's okay that all I need to do is faces. You don't have to love Mary Kay. I just need to practice. No one ever says they hate Mary Kay, but you know what I mean? Like, I tried Mary Kay before and I broke out and blah, blah, blah. Y'all have all heard that before.
You can
That
even tell
go back
them
to faces.
try it if they broke out or whatever. Tell them try it here.
Yeah. And I always tell people, I just
They
need
love
to do
it
faces.
here and then they want it on
Even
their
if you
face.
don't want to put it on your face, that's fine. I just need to go through my little spiel, and so always go back to the faces. I just need your face. Like, I just need your practice. I just need the practice, and women want to help you, just like Brianna was saying. They want to help you. Give them the opportunity to.
They really do want to help you, especially when you're looking at women as far as like target markets. The people that you really want to be booking are the people in like their 30s, 40s, 50s. They want to help you. That's a generational gap that they want to help you. Are there going to be those rare, those are the women that are busy. Those are the women that have life. Those are the women that, but that is your target market. And that's where your customers are going to come from. That's where your successful consultants are majority going to come from. Now, is that to say that that's set in stone and somebody who's 20 isn't going to be great? No, that's not true at all. Like, there are rare cases. But it's just the target market, and that doesn't mean that somebody older isn't going to do great either. It just, that's the bell curve thing, So I don't want to offend anybody. I just I don't want to offend anybody, but like that's the target market of where you're going to find the best.
Tell us your story. Was it you that went into somewhere and they you were really scared and they ended up spending like hundreds of dollars? Like there wasn't even a table. Was that your story? Someone else's?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, she was like really scared to go in this place. It was like really
Fancy.
no. It was really like
Ghetto, like
Yes.
Scary. Okay.
Yes, it was
No, that
scary
was
ghetto.
not me.
Anyways,
Oh.
a director story that she ended up selling like $300 up to the lady that she facialed, and I don't know.
Oh,
But
I've
that-
heard lots of stories
I've had
about that
stuff like
though.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had stuff like that, like people that I didn't think were going to buy, and it happens. But as a rule, you're looking for somebody who
On
has
average,
a
right,
job.
yeah,
You're looking for like a stable job. You're looking for somebody who makes more than minimum wage. You're looking for, You know what I mean? Like you're looking for somebody, especially when you're looking at for consultants and building your team. You're looking for people that have responsibility, that are successful, that have stability in some area. Yeah. So
I know you're having great results booking parties. How are you booking a bunch of parties, Miss Brianna?
Oh yeah, that's what we were going to talk about. So
and we won't stay too late, by the way, because I know everyone's looking at the snow. It's not that bad, but we'll do a couple more minutes. Don't worry, y'all. We'll get you out of here early. We'll get you out of here early. Don't worry.
Snow. Look at my. Okay, so
Looking at the snow.
quit. I told you. Look forward. Look at the center of the circle. Slap your face. I'll follow you home.
Maybe look close by.
I know. That's
Drive
why
you home in your Jeep.
I didn't even bring the Jeep tonight because it's not that big of a deal. I brought the car with bald tires. Up in Minnesota, we'll be fine. Okay? You can ride with me. Debbie might have a sleepover. But no, in all seriousness,
we'll get y'all out here too. I just wanted to share that real quick, and then we'll wrap up.
in all seriousness, one of the best ways to book parties is to really believe in your hostess plan, whatever your hostess plan is. And to be perfectly honest, you guys, I have struggled with a hostess plan for like my entire career until recently. I've tried the 200 free when you do this. I've tried the 75 for 35. I've tried the 80 for 40. I've tried a whole bunch of things. And really what it boils down to, what works best for me is I don't even offer them anything except a $25 gift certificate. Literally what I tell them is I would love to come hang with you, pamper you, and up to 4 of your friends, because as soon as I say up to, it is now an exclusive event. There's a cap, okay? Now, if she says, I have 5 best friends, am I gonna say no? Of course not, okay? But I've said now you and up to 4 of your friends, you're gonna get a deep pore cleanse. You're gonna get, I usually do microderm, and I do lavender towels. And I would call this as part of my hostess plan because literally all it is, you guys, is I've bought like the $5 lavender oil. It has to be the actual lavender oil, okay? Don't get the fragrance. It has to be the actual oil. You can still get it at Walmart. It's like $5. And you literally just put 1 drop on a dry towel and then get the towel wet. That's it. It's not fancy, okay? I do it in my own bathroom when I wash my face at night. Okay. So, put a drop on the dry towel, get it wet with warm water, so don't overstress, okay? But I tell them that they have all of these things as part of their party. And it's for them and up to 4 people, okay? And then for you as the hostess, you actually get a $25 gift certificate off any set that you want. Guys, did you catch that? Any set you want.
Mhm.
I'm not giving away anything. The cheapest set is like the microderm set is $55. If I give her $25 off, so I had a party and I made, if she chooses to only get that, I'm still not out anything. I still made $5.
Love it.
So that has been the biggest thing for me, is just really telling them what they get at the party and taking the extra 5 seconds to put a drop of lavender oil on the towels. That literally has been my huge aha of getting parties. And it's more the you and up to 4 people.
That's a huge deal.
You and up
Tell
to
them
4
that, plant
people.
that seed.
So when I do like an event, I always go up to $15 off your, like I'll give them a gift certificate, $15 off your $50 purchase. Like when I do my spin wheel, because that's really cool to draw them into the table. I always tell them, if you bring 2 friends over 18, I double your gift certificate. So then it turns to $30 off a $50 purchase. So I'm not, you know, but you have to look at it. You can't just continuously give things away, because I've done that and it's not fun.
Well, and then and here's what happens. When you continuously give things away and you're not happy because you're giving things away that you don't want to be giving away, that comes across in your booking.
Mm-hmm.
And then they don't want to book with you. That's what I was going to talk about when you're booking. You have to expect abundance. The biggest thing you have to work on before you start your booking calls is, where is your head?
drink a Starbucks and jump up and down.
Do some jumping jacks.
Like, seriously,
It
it has to be like, you guys may think that we're joking, but like whatever you have to do to put yourself in that exercise euphoria mode, that is what people are drawn to.
Yep.
And that attitude is what gets you your bookings. That is who people want to party with.
Yes.
They want to party with that. What is that? Endorphins. That's the word. They want to party with you and your endorphins. And that's what they hear. And so that was your attitude about booking is huge. And I would even go as far as to say that if you don't have a great attitude about booking,
Don't do it.
stop and figure out a way to change your attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, and who has at least one child or has been in a role model leadership position, big sister, babysitter, something, okay? Something to where you could go. Have you ever looked at a child and been like, okay, you need to fix your attitude? Everybody who has kids I know has done that at least one time. Okay? You need to look at yourself.
It's good.
For serious, you need to look at yourself. Like, how many times do we need to look at our face in the mirror, in the window, across me, and like, fix your freaking attitude. Grow up. We tell our kids that, and we need to tell ourselves that because that's the truth. We want our kids to have a good attitude. We need to set the example. We want good results. We have to be positive, and we have to have that, like, the easiest is the endorphins. Do some jumping jacks.
Well, the week that I had like my first $1,000 week, I did my affirmations twice before I went into each facial. And I need to get back to that.
Yeah, man.
So, I mean, if you get your affirmations out, who's going to have affirmations? Who's going to have affirmations next week? Text them to somebody, TK or do your affirmations.
Yeah, it makes such
Yeah,
a big difference.
You know, figure something out that makes you, if you have a happy time of day, like if you're a morning person. No.
But I listen to it in the morning when I'm half awake.
Yeah.
But you know, if you
I play mine. That is what works best for me because in the morning I'm not wide awake in the morning, and
and
so
you
I
don't
play
have to
mine.
sit and do an hour at a time. You can do 10 minutes, go do something else, come back, do 10. You know, find what works for you. If you want to knock it all out in one setting, great. If you
But it can just be little things like you're walking in saying, I'm going to bless these people. I'm going to sell $1,000. You know, whatever it is, like whatever your affirmation is, like you say it right before you walk in. It doesn't have to be this long old written out thing either. You know, it's just something powerful that gets you excited, you know, reminds you why you're doing this and claiming what you want.
And I want to remind you that, like, literally this is all you need to do bookings. You literally need a small stack of leads, a pen. You don't even need a whole pack. You don't need a whole pack. But, like, I mean, there's so many times that we're sitting in our car or we're waiting for something or, you know, there's times, I'm going to be the bad influence right now. There are times at your daytime job that you have 5 minutes to get on your phone and send a quick text.
and you know what you can
Just
do
saying.
at 9:30 at night, you can do
Schedule.
timed text messages for the next day if that's when you remember and that's when you have time.
Mhm.
Thanks to Miss Debbie, I know that that's a possibility now.
I love
Yep.
schedules.
And Pam fixed me because I did an update that was wrong. I couldn't find it and I was so sad because
It's
sometimes
great.
that's when I think about texting
Yeah.
people late at night and you can do a timed text message and
Or different time zones because I have a lot of leads in Florida and I have time to do my leads at, 7:30 at night and it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night there. And so to schedule them for the next day or watch your time zones where like I have time at 7:30 in the morning after I drop my kid off at school. Well, I can't call anybody in Colorado at 7:30. I can certainly call my leads in Florida at 7:30 in the morning because it's 9:30 there. But yeah, try to stick with 9 to 9. And on a school night, maybe 8:30. Just saying.
Well, let's give them a challenge. What do you think? I think we need a booking challenge.
I think they should partner up.
I've always been told that if you want to have healthy books, you want to get to 10 appointments on your books ASAP. So I would say that's what I would shoot for is how can I get to 10 appointments on my books? So that's facials, parties, whatever, because you have a lot of stuff going on when you have 10 appointments on your books, right? So that's just kind of a good place to hang out. I don't know. Okay, go ahead. Go for it. Partner up, whatever you want to do. Let's partner them up and get them out of here.
Oh my gosh, there's 8 of you. We'll be partners. Those 8
It's
of
a
you.
great partnership.
So partner, like just take the person next to you, make sure you have their phone number.
Pam and TK.
There we are. We've been partners before. Yes, we have.
Oh no, that is completely fine. Switch spots.
So
Switch
Frankie
spots
and
with
Debbie.
Frankie.
Yeah,
Frankie and Debbie are connected. That too easy.
Okay, so what is their goal?
You can be gone. That's okay. You just need phone.
You can work your business anywhere in the United
Yeah,
States.
you can work it anyway, driving across the country.
And I didn't want to tell you
I think
because
it'd be
she
great
hasn't
you could
made the
book it.
announcement yet, but I found you an incredible director.
Woo! Yeah, so you're good. And I would spend, this is a perfect time for you to say, hey, I'm on my way out there. Let's get some bookings. And so I'd be scheduling stuff in New York is what I'd be doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we should do a prize for the team that has the most bookings.
Between the two of you, yeah.
Between the two of you, a prize for the team that has the most bookings, and then every team where both partners have 10 bookings gets a prize.
Ooh, that's good.
Every team where both people have 10 bookings. Yeah, 10 new bookings. 10 new bookings starting now. Like if
Well, let's do
you're
it till that. No, we'll have 2 weeks because you have 2 weeks because we're not meeting next week. So
2 weeks.
Yeah, and Tammy, you just let us know. I can mail you stuff.
Yeah.
Yay, all right, well, let's go fill up our books. All right, Miss Debbie, you want to shut us down with your affirmation? You want to say your affirmation? Feel free, I don't care. Here, let's get Debbie in front of the. Put you in the middle. How about that? There you go. Put you in the
It'll
middle.
come from Candace's.
First of all, I don't know if you guys know this. How many of you guys know this? This is Sales Director Appreciation Week.
Where was that? Did you make it up? Are you making up the holiday?
I got it from a girlfriend in California and told me this. Okay. I even created a box group, y'all.
Oh, you did.
Had the weather been better, there would have been more people here. You were gonna have to excuse my ghetto
Wrapping. It's okay, I throw away bags too. It's cool.
I love you both
Oh,
so much.
you're so sweet. Director appreciation.
Yes.
Wow.
You guys are amazing.
I get you.
Some of us didn't know it was.
Yeah. Well, we didn't know you gave me a gift. Frankie, you gave me a gift. I love your gift.
We thought that's why we were throwing candy at us. Thank you for being amazing directors, you guys.
I've never heard of director appreciation.
I haven't either. It must be brand new. But it came in a little gif, so it must be new.
It must be. Wow. I've never heard of that. Okay. So sweet. Wow. Well, thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks for showing up. That honestly means everything to me, though. Honestly, you guys just show up. Honestly, it's the biggest gift. Is you guys are joy, and we love having you. Thoughtful. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
She keeps stealing hugs and I don't
So that is beautiful. Wow. Thank
Say it
you.
on the front.
Walk by faith, not by sight. Amen.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh,
Okay, so the
Okay.
affirmation.
get on your feet,
is
ladies.
more like a cheer.
All right.
Cheers.
Came to me earlier today when we talked about that we are the cream of the crop that braved this insane weather in May.
Yes.
This year.
Yes.
So,
That's why you don't turn around.
so just repeat after me. We're the cream of the crop.
We're the cream of the crop.
We're the top of the top.
We're the top of the top.
We're the best of the best.
We're the best of the best.
We can't be stopped.
We can't be stopped.
One more time. We're the cream of the crop.
We're the cream of the crop.
We're the top of the top.
We're the top of the top.
We're the best of the best.
We're the best of the best.
We won't be
We
stopped.
won't be stopped.
Okay. One more time, as loud as you can. We're the cream of the crop.
We're the cream of the crop.
We're the top of the top.
We're the top of the top.
We're the best of the best.
We're the best of the best.
We won't be
We
stopped.
won't be stopped.
stop until you get home.
I'm
All right?
sorry. You get the booking calls and you will.
Yes! Yes. Debbie, that was perfect. Thank you. That was